Today, Precarious plays
MegaMan Battle Network 2. I wish I knew more old-timey songs,
Yeah.
so that way I could bust one out and lounge sing and be like, it's Selectopia where I'm home, and then... Oh, can I not? Hey, no, I already... They checked my passport at the other gate. Why do I need to have my passport checked here?
Yeah, that's weird. Usually you go through customs once. Usually. Like when you're disembarking. Usually. I think. I don't know. It's been a while. I haven't had to go through customs in a long time. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars.
I mean, that's okay, but I'm looking for, like, one that's specifically about going back.
Take me back to the place
Okay, so...
in the town that I knew.
That's good. That's lovely, but that still doesn't help me.
Okay.
I don't know the song.
Well, I'm giving you one. This is how you get songs.
You're
Don't
right.
you know
How
the
could
download
I-
works? Like, this is how it works. It's
Right.
not the Matrix. I can't just put it in there. I have to, like, put it into the air, and then it goes into your ears and into your heart, and then you remember it forever, or it affects you and it doesn't affect you and it bounces right off.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's how the music works. That's how that download happens.
What do you have to say, MegaMan? Okay. Let's go see Dex first, because he's closest.
Boy, they really did a good job of simulating the type of stress I feel going out of town. Like, now that we're back in wait.
No. Yes.
Now that we're back in our neighborhood, I'm like so relieved to see it after all the crazy bullshit that we've been through, which just reminds me of just travel out here in Meat Space. I mean, it can be fun, and it definitely, brings you perspective and does all kinds of good stuff for you. But let's not pretend like it's not stressful, because it is. It's real stressful. I mean, like, I like to poop at my house. I'm sorry. And there's nothing...
Look, guys, things are about to get real honest.
There's nothing that keeps...
Gonna tell you exactly my favorite place to poop.
There's nothing that keeps you from pooping at your house, like going somewhere far from your house. You can't just hold it forever. It doesn't work like that. So eventually you have to poop in a strange place. And some places are way stranger than others, okay? And I know that maybe that makes me, like, less prepared for the world, but I promise you that I will get over that right quick as soon as we have a zombie apocalypse that requires me to. But dang it, I just love not pooping in strange places. Like, I don't even love pooping or anything. I just prefer it at my house. I want to poop in my house.
I feel like you are getting paid, like, by the drop, by, like, the fecal federation.
By the number of kids that end up at the pool.
No, but by the number of times you say poop in this episode.
I think the word poop is extremely hilarious.
I think that's cultural.
I don't know if
Hey.
any other language captures the word poop quite like English. I think that it's a hilarious and silly word.
It does have a nice oop sound, but also loop and hoop and goop and dupe.
I have my theory on why poop is so funny as a word, but
Yeah.
it's too disgusting and I'm not going to reveal it
Okay.
because it's too much. I think I've already talked about poop enough. I'm going to say poop 3 or 4 more times this episode at least.
So, here's the thing.
Yeah?
Chess.
Poop.
I played quite a lot of it.
Yeah. You even tried to teach me.
Yes.
And I realized that after having a good teacher that cared about me around, that I didn't care about it. It wasn't that I wasn't good at it. I just...
Okay. So let me tell you about my greatest defeat and my greatest triumph in chess.
Okay.
I was up there as far as, like, chess skill was concerned in the local chess club, right?
Okay.
At least in my grade level, right?
In your chess gang.
Yeah. There were a couple of people who, it was like I think like the person that matched me best, it still wound up, it was like 50-50, right?
Yeah. Like you'd take turns, you'd trade wins.
Right. It was like, you know, after 30 games, it was 15-50, right?
Gotcha.
Now, there was an important win, though, that elevated me, of like the two of us, in just, it was a particular like qualifying match, right?
Yeah.
That put me in that moment at the top of the grade level. So I had to play against the 8th grade champion person, right? And I think I may have been in 6th grade. I can't remember if I was in 6th grade or 7th grade.
But you were significantly... It was a different class.
Right. I was up against... I think I had already beaten the 7th grade person. And I was fighting now in the last match against the 8th grade individual. And the day of the match, I got violently ill from a virus, not nerves.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like one of those both ends bad stomach viruses type things?
Like left the match to go puke.
Oh,
But they refused to postpone it because I guess they may have thought it was nerves.
Yeah.
It was not. I could barely focus and I lost like obviously and badly.
Oh.
And the person I was playing against was very quiet. Oh, and now I've got to do this thing. I'll come back and we'll get to the exciting, emotional conclusion soon.
Gotcha.
Including the hijacking, Gospel's vileness is increasing.
We've got to find Gospel's HQ and eliminate them quickly.
And then he pulls out an AR-15,
Yeah.
cocks it back, pulls the slide back. Dr. Hikari, you've been cooped up in the lab all this time. You need to take a break once in a while, or you'll overdo it.
That AR-15 is a little much right now. It's in poor taste.
You haven't seen land for a while, have you?
Once this is over, I'll take some time off and relax.
At this point, he's like smoking a Big Boss cigar. He's already got a headband on.
I have to squeeze off a few rounds.
Oh, jeez.
It's terrible.
Dude, when you say it like that, it sounds so sexual.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Oh, with the
Oops.
shaky screen again.
Earthquake, a big one.
I feel like whoever made this figured out how to shake the screen and was like so psyched about it that they couldn't stop themselves. Is everything all right?
Just surprised. We haven't had one for a while now.
Strange. Earthquakes are controlled by our environment system.
Wow. That's
Damn.
that's some lore to drop.
Yeah.
An emergency warning.
What's it say?
Earthquake, dumbass. Large-scale disasters in Yumland and Utopia. Floods in Yumland and intense UV rays in Utopia.
What the? Strange, that's not right.
The disasters are getting worse.
What? What the heck is going on? That last earthquake was a big one.
It's been ages since we had one.
Surprised the heck out of me, too.
Lan, there's mail. It's from mail. Wonder what it is. I'll open it. I was on the net when an earthquake happened. I couldn't get rollback off the net. What should I do? I lost all contact. I think she's in Yumland somewhere. If something ever happened to her, Lan, I'll go. I gotta go find Roll.
Wait, calm down, MegaMan. Roll got lost in Yumland, so... Okay, MegaMan, let's check it out, the net. Check out the net.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was a typo or if you read it correctly.
I read it stupid. It's all right.
Yeah, let's go. Lan, you got more mail. Please accept this free NAL pass on our behalf. Oh, okay. I see. They're letting us at least back onto the plane, if not back to Netopia. The exciting dramatic conclusion.
Yeah.
So, I was always really bitter about that loss, but there was like no place to put it because the adults who probably should have said, "Oh, okay,
we'll just play. We'll have a do-over match.
We'll postpone it."
Mm-hmm.
They didn't. So I couldn't really blame the person that I was supposed to be playing against.
Yeah.
So it was just sort of like unresolved frustration for a long time.
Yeah.
Until the person that I played against wound up, he happened to be the best friend of the upperclassmen that I became close friends with in high school.
Uh-huh.
So, at my close friend's graduation party, the gentleman that I played against as an underclassman.
In like 8th grade?
When he was in 8th grade. So this was like 4 years later.
Oh, jeez.
He was there, and there was a chessboard, and he had just like sort of like casually, he was playing casually against someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And he beat them pretty quickly.
Because, you know.
And then he recognized me. And it was maximum anime.
Yeah.
Because he recognized me.
And was like, you threw up that day and I don't feel like you got a fair shake.
Yes. And we played. And I don't know if I want to tell you the result because just like
it doesn't matter.
Just like in anime, I think it might be better if it's just a freeze frame like ending.
But you got that rematch.
I got that rematch, and that really is what matters.
Yeah.
Because I got to see, like, I got a sense of maybe who should have won.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I don't know if our skills were the same as they were whenever I would have been either in 6th or 7th grade, and he would have been in 8th grade.
Right.
No, wait, you know what? No, I must have been in 6th grade because they were the same age.
Yeah, and they were 2 years ahead of us.
Right.
So yeah, you were in 6th grade and that kid was in 8th grade.
Right. I totally won. I'm sorry. I can't, you know, keep that to myself.
Yeah. But then you made him lose, though. That's sad.
Yeah, but it's okay.
It feels okay because you guys traded, though.
No, the reason why it's okay is there are 2 times. I lied before.
You lied before. The reason why it's okay is because I lied before.
There are 2 scenarios in which I'm okay with beating like another person, like a live person in a game. Mm-hmm. Villains.
Yeah.
And anime-esque rivals.
Yeah. See, I've never found someone like that to play Ascension with.
Yeah.
Except for you, and we cannot have that get to its conclusion or some way, somehow, this friendship will be over.
Or I'll have to head into the mountains and come back with a really cool hat and a tattered cape.
Yeah.
And then we'll play until one of us dies. And that's no good for anybody.
I mean, maybe when I retire, we can... maybe that can be like, if one of us gets like some sort of diagnosis, then we can engage in that sort of like friendship risking shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. It's still, I have to admit that it's not as satisfying as it probably could have been, that victory, because I know for a fact that I had continued to play chess through high school, right?
Yeah.
Through the remainder of middle school and high school, and I had started going to tournaments and playing against some real, what's the word, motherfuckers? Playing against some children that I would describe as sad.
Sad children who have memorized a lot of things?
No, okay, this is another story that I'll tell you some other time.
Uh-huh.
But I am actually earnestly sad for this one person in particular. His face is burned into my memory because we played and he beat me much more quickly than anyone else there was able to.
Yeah.
And he looked miserable.
Oh.
Because he beat me, like no one else there had been able to.
Yeah.
I took the time to watch his other games. He never looked happy. I think he may have he was definitely in the top 5 for the day.
Yeah.
Not even a grin at the victory podium.
He was just like, here
Victory
I am,
podium.
trying to get a chess scholarship.
Well, you spoiled the ending, but yes, that's what I was thinking. He was wearing a little suit, and his parents were glowing, but he looked miserable. Anyway, I don't know if he had continued to brush up on his skills, but I know that I had. So it did sort of take the wind out of my sails a little bit, winning that game because of that.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I won, so fuck it.
Which is why we like cooperative games.
You could play cooperative chess.
That would be interesting.
I wonder if there's like doubles chess.
That.
Like two boards side by side, and
like you have to get people over to the border and they can swap. And you have to have 4 colors. You have to have 4 colors.
Yeah, you have to have 4 colors. Pieces you capture from one board could, in a limited fashion, like a trending downwards fashion, be transferred to the opponent's board. Like maybe if you capture 2 of something, one of them can go to the opponent's or to your ally's board, and then the other one that you use as part of the sacrifice has to leave play. So that way it still always trends downward across both games. Otherwise, you could just wind up with a situation where
It's like infinity chess and you just play forever.